conversations for us. And it's not easy. It's not guaranteed that you're going to get to this level. I know there's a lot of teams that wish that they were in this position right now. So from our group standpoint, from the mindset, it's been great to see. We've continued to grow as a group. Obviously, some painful lessons along the way, but I'm just very grateful for this opportunity that we have in front of us. I know last year we didn't want it to end that way, and it was hard for us. And to think that we're back at this point again, and we have an opportunity in front of us. It's really exciting.
You talked about every year is different, right? You talked about home court and trying to take care of that. How much has it helped you, and what has it done for you guys as a team to have 2 closeout wins on the Garden floor as you go forward?
It's been very important. We talked about it, and it's about protecting, home court as best we can. The one thing is that we're excited to play home, but what I've realized is that other teams come in, they're excited to play at the Garden, and it's one of those things that we have to make sure that since we've worked so hard to get home court advantage, we have to do a great job and try to hold our own here, and it's going to be a challenge, but I'm excited that obviously we're starting here, and that we have an opportunity tonight to come out and establish ourselves.
Al, how do you go about ignoring the noise when you talk about how heavily favored you guys are in this series? I mean, do you have to shake off the kind of added pressure that comes with that, or is that not even discussed? I mean, what is your approach to being so heavily favored?
For me, I just don't listen to it to begin with. I try to focus on our team and the things that we have to do, and there's always going to be a storyline or a narrative or something, right? Something always has to come up, and all these things are going to be created, and I get it. But for us, we understand what we need to do. We understand that Indiana is a really good team. We're one of the 2 teams remaining in the East. That shows how good they are. And they beat Milwaukee, they beat New York. They're a proven team, and we understand the challenges in front of us. So it's something that I'm really excited about.
Hey Al, Joe yesterday up here was talking about the passion with which the Pacers play. When you get to this level of the playoffs, what is the challenge of towing the line, of playing with passion yourselves, but not kind of crossing that line into an area that could lead to an ejection or technicals or anything like that? How do you toe that line at this stage?
Well, the good thing about it is that I feel like at this stage, I think everyone understands the magnitude of things, and I feel like they're gonna let us play a little more. There's gonna be more emotions. There's gonna be different things going on, and that's a part of it. And for us, it's understanding that it's always about basketball. We're trying to keep things on the court and trying to accomplish something as a group, and that's the mindset that we have. But I'm okay with our guys showing passion, showing emotion. That these are important games, and everybody has to be invested in it. And I feel like for the most part, our guys are always keep a level head. And if it gets out of hand, it gets out of hand.
Last 2 questions.
In the last series, the Cavs were coming off a Game 7 into Game 1, and after Game 2, Joe sort of mentioned that he thought that was the real Cleveland. It's a similar situation here with Indy. You mentioned it's a luxury for you guys to kind of have those days off, but what have you sort of experienced over all the playoff situations you've been in, the difference between having that break or playing 2 days after a really tough Game 7, and how challenging that can be?
Well, in our case, it's just about staying ready. It's about us. We can't control what other teams did, what their schedule was, what they had to go through. We have to make sure that we handle our business, and all I'm looking at is tonight. So for us is to come out tonight with the right mindset and defend home court.
What was your memory the time you spent with Aaron here, and the player he's become since? What was it like just being around him early in his career, and where do you kind of see him now?
Great guy, extremely hard worker. I was always impressed with with his work ethic, with his drive, always wanting to learn. Very positive for such a young guy to be in a position that he felt like he could play but wasn't able to play. He was always very professional here. He was staying ready. He kept on working on his body. He kept believing in himself. So it's great to see him get an opportunity and be one of the main players on this team that has led them to Eastern Conference Finals.
And Cleveland put you in a lot of action this last series. They were kind of going at you at times. What's kind of the key to meeting that challenge when a team's trying to go at you, and how much are you expecting that in this series as well?
I don't know. It's the way that the game is sometimes, and you just have to race up to the challenge.